Today we're going to look at why using this percussion plugin feels like cheating. I mean, seriously, it comes with 200 presets, but that's not even the best thing. What's really going to blow you away is the insane power of its randomizer. In this video, I'll show you how to make totally unique rhythms just like these on the fly. But before we get into it, make sure that you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how you can grab an exclusive pack of 20 rhythms and grooves that I put together with this plugin and how you can get them absolutely for free. But for now, let's get into it. Say hello to Perx by Nathan. I think I'm saying that right. Nathan. So first up, what is Perx? Well, as you saw a bit earlier, it's a percussion generator that excels at creating rhythmic patterns on the fly using its, let's say, extensive randomization features, which we'll get to in a short while. When you download it, it comes with 900 one-shot samples and 200 presets that you can use just straight off the bat. And if that's not enough, you can also drag and drop your own samples into the plugin and use them. It's got 8 individual sequencer engines and each of these is fully customizable and fully randomizable. And again, we'll get further and deeper into that a little later in the video. But the essential rule with this plugin is wherever you see a dice, that parameter can be randomized. And that's really what this is all about. It's a happy accident generator for creating unique polyrhythms as easily and quickly as possible. Looking at the GUI, you can see there's 2 levels to Perx. You've got the master level, which is what we're taking a look at here. This shows you at a high level exactly what's going on. And you can drill down to each of the 8 sequences here, see exactly what's going on in terms of sample being played and timescales, and we'll get into that a little bit deeper. So yeah, the key thing with this plugin is the randomization. To randomize everything on a global level, just click here, the plugin will do the rest. So as you can see, that's changing all kinds of stuff. And if you want to see exactly what's going on, there you go, that's exactly what's going on with the changes at a global level. And when you want to change something specific within one of the 8 sequences, let's just turn this one back on, you just click anywhere that you see a dice and the plugin will randomize that parameter for you. It's obviously not everything that you generate with these randomizations is going to sound great, but you know, if you don't like what it does, click again and move on to the next one, because there's an absolute infinity of sounds to play with here. And when you do find something you like, just save it, save it for later, start tweaking it or use it right away. So let's get into the GUI. Top left, toggle for the 2 different levels. So you've got the sequencer level and your master level. You manage your presets here. Click on the magnifying glass and then you can see your categories and your presets within each category. Saving and editing is real easy. Just click on the pencil, give your folder a name, just like that, and click OK. Then it appears in the list. There it is. And let's say we want to add a preset within that folder. Give it a name, save it, and there it appears, saved in there. So to come out, click again on the magnifying lamp. A bit further across the right, we've got the playback mode, 3 different modes there, and you've got the amount of times that the bars will be repeated during playback. And here you can adjust the speed for the one shot or the repeat options that you've chosen. This little colorful section here, that is the keyboard. So the triggering starts at C2 and ends at C3 for each of the individual sounds. And if you want to trigger them all, that's D3. And of course this can all be triggered on your keyboard, which I'm doing now. Let's get into the sequencer GUI a bit more. So lots going on, possibly a bit intimidating when you first look at it, but it's not that bad. It's solo, so that we've only got one, which makes it a lot easier, probably a bit less confusing for you. So yeah, that's the solo, that's the on-off button, that's the sample direction play, so that will now reverse, and now it's forward. This is fun. Click there and you can download your own samples into the plugin, literally drag and drop, and then you can randomize just the sample that's going to be triggered. Knobs across here, we've got the gain, pan, pitch and width. I'll get into this in a minute. And this is the sequencer section where you've got the step length, you've got the actual sequence, and you've got the randomizer here just to randomize the sequence and nothing else. And here you've got the sequencer speed. And what this little arrow does when you move it up and down, that's the threshold for the randomizer to not add any notes below the floor's value. Two more knobs. You've got the sequence note length here, and this is the swing, which is fantastic for adding swing, I guess. This moves the sequence along one step at a time. This is the direction of play through the sequence, forward or back. This randomizes everything within just this sequence, and locking it by clicking the padlock makes sure that when you randomize everything globally and switch that off, so everything will change, and let's lock the first three here, first four, and they will stay the same and everything else will change. There you go. Let's take a quick look at what's going on here. This is each of the 8 sequences. It's kind of a snapshot of each. So for the red sequencer, which you can take a look at here, that's what it looks like at a deeper level. This gives you a kind of helicopter view. It's 3 steps and it's playing at 1 30-second dotted. If you click and drag, you can make amendments to that particular functionality. Same here with the speed. And when we actually play, you'll see these all moving nicely in sequence, just showing you exactly what's going on from a global perspective. Quick run through of what we have down below: master gain, master tune and master width. We've got a nice simple compressor there. We've also got some distortion here in the form of 8-bit and drive. We've also got reverb and delay, a bit more depth to them. Click on the pen and you get to access the different parameters and controls for each of those two. And then on the right here we've got a high pass and a low pass filter just to top things off. Before we dive into some of the presets, just want to introduce an old friend of mine, TRK01. Very simple kick drum VST from Native Instruments, and I've loaded it up with a nice simple kick, a 909. Let's dive in, play with some of the presets just to give you an idea of what it does, and we'll do a bit of tweaking just to show how easy it is to crank out some really great unique rhythms here. So let's pick top and shake, and let's go with shake it, see what that sounds like. And initially I'm going to mute the kick so you only hear Perx. So let's mute that, and this is just Perx. So that may not sound particularly good on its own. Let's add the kick, and I think everything should gel quite nicely. Yep, that sounds quite nice. But let's say we don't like one of the sounds. So let's try this orange one down here. What does that sound like? Yeah, I think that's panned too far to the right, so let's move that so it's a bit more central. Let's see what we can find with a couple of randomizations and what effect that has. With the presets, if there's something you don't like, make some changes, make some randomizations, tweak them, make them yours. Very easy. Let's have a quick look at another one. Let's go back into the magnifying glass. So that is now loaded. Let's come back out, see what things look like from the master level. Alright, that's way too hectic. Not too keen on that one, but what you can do is, let's reduce the speed a bit to half and see how that sounds together with the kick. So yeah, that's a bit more manageable. Let's randomize everything, and we're still on half speed, and let's see how that sounds now. Yeah, let's see, that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, just a couple of clicks and I found something that I really like. Let's turn the effects off there and see how that sounds now. Now, you can probably hear there's an effect going on that isn't on the master level. That is what I said we'd come to a bit later. So with the pen here, you click and it gives you a whole load of other options. I said right at the start of this video that this plugin isn't a toy. You know, this goes quite deep. So yeah, click here to access the deeper functions per sequencer. So you've got the samples where you can scroll through yourself like this on all of them. That's the glass ones, that's the organic, that's the shakers. Here you've got the effects. This is on eco mode, which is to do with CPU efficiency. Click on there and you can see that for each sample that's being triggered, you've got 5 different effects there, which you can use: a chorus, flanger, frequency shifter, kind of a mini EQ to bring sounds out by cutting or boosting, and a little filter there as well. And then you can get real deep with filters and modulation with LFOs. So it really does go very deep as you want it to go, really. So yeah, that's the extra functionality that you've got there. And down at the bottom you've even got an ADSR envelope, so you can change the sound to sound exactly as you want in terms of attack, decay, sustain and release. So yeah, this thing it really goes very deep. A couple of clicks. So let's see what we can do here in terms of generating something from scratch. And what I typically do is globally randomize a couple of times, see what it sounds like. So that's no good. See, that's not bad. That's something you can work with. And just try again. So there you go there. So that's workable. That's something that's quite quirky, quite offbeat. Yeah, see what it looks like at sequencer level. So you can tweak that now. Let's make this a bit more exciting. Hopefully, let's see what it sounds like now. there was a sound there that I didn't like, which I think is this one. That's the purpley blue. Yeah. What I'd like to do is replace that with my own. I've got a hi-hat ready here, just drag and drop that in there. So that's had a great effect already. That's smoothed it out, made it nicer. Let's save that again so that we don't lose it. So there you have it, really. We've created a brand new, fresh and quite a complex rhythm, and we've generated it in just a few clicks with this plugin. And I think that's really what it is in a nutshell. It's a plugin that makes production faster, simpler, and it's a bit more fun with an interface like this and the way things flow. So really think of it more of a workflow enhancement tool rather than cheating as such. Yeah, it makes things simpler, it makes things easier, and that's a good thing. So go check it out and see what it can do for you. Link is in the description. I made quite a few good rhythms with Perx actually while I was putting the video together, and what I've done is to put them up on my site here. So go and grab them now. It's an exclusive pack of 20 different rhythms that, like I say, I put together while I was doing this video. Yeah, link is in the description. Download and enjoy. And if you like the video, if you got some value out of it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.